Welcome back to the Hardcore Podcast. I'm your host, Robert Melton.
And I'm your co-host, Christopher Norwood.
This is episode 37. And we say it every time, but you're not going to fucking believe what we're covering.
About. Yeah. Guess.
Yeah, take a guess real quick. 5, 4, 3. It's Pokemon.
Did you guess Pokemon? You were right.
Yeah.
So
Good job.
nice. Give
If you
yourself
got
a
it
pat on
right,
the back.
like this video or rate it.
And if you got it wrong, or you're just not into that, then probably not watch another video of ours.
A lot of Pokemon.
We do. We talk a lot of Pokemon.
But yeah, we're going to be going over the part 2 of Pokemon Legends Arceus lore
Finally.
and the story. Yeah. I think it's been a month since we covered the last one.
It's been at least a month, I'd say.
Yeah, give it some space. Let it, curate.
Let it digest.
Yeah.
You don't want to eat too much. We don't want to feed you too much. Gotta let it digest.
Exactly. So, you got a recap for us, huh?
Well, I was thinking, you want to play the game first? Or do you want to go do the recap first?
I'll let you decide.
I was thinking that we could play the game first.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a little Pokemon game, so it's like I don't know what we'd call it, Pokemon entry game.
Yeah.
Pokedex entry game. We each chose a Pokemon from each gen, and we have the Pokedex entry, and we're trying to guess the Pokemon just based off of the Pokedex entry.
Exactly, yeah.
So hopefully we didn't,
Choose
the same
one.
Pokemon. The odds are low, but still possible.
Yeah, we chose one from each generation to do.
Yes.
And we're going to be listing the Pokédex entry with their weight and height.
Ooh.
You didn't do that?
No.
Oh, you fucker. Okay, well, we can scrap that part.
I can give you an estimate.
Okay.
Just based off it. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be super off.
Well, we'll see.
Not like 300 pounds off, 500 pounds off. But yes, sorry, my apologies. I forgot to do that.
Okay, no worries.
But I didn't choose. I don't think mine were crazy hard. But
Okay.
we'll see. There's a lot of Pokemon. I feel like it is going to be difficult because
There's
some
over
of these
1,000 we could have picked from.
Yeah, some of these Pokédex entries are pretty obscure.
Yeah.
And don't give many hints.
Yeah.
To like the Pokemon that it's covering. So we'll see.
All right, so you want me to start?
Yeah, you start. We can just go back and forth. So
Okay.
Gen 1.
Starting with Gen 1.
Gen 1er.
All right. Ludicrously strong when it headbutts mountains. It is a mountain. What the fuck? Hold on.
It is a mountain. Okay.
I don't know. All right. Ludicrously strong when it headbutts with a mountain. It is the mountain that shatters. But its short legs struggle with turns, and it is incapable of stopping unless it collides with something.
Huh. Okay. Short legs. Okay.
So this Pokemon is 3 foot 3 inches, 253 pounds.
Okay. So the first thing that came to mind is Rhyhorn.
You got it. You got that, yeah.
Nice.
Hell
yeah.
Good job. The other dex entry I had on here was its brain is very small. It is so dense. While on a run, it forgets why it started running in the first place. It apparently remembers sometimes if it's demolished something.
Oh, okay. Remembers sometimes.
I remember that.
I think I did that. All right, so.
Good guess.
Thank you.
It's going to get harder as the gens go on.
Oh my gosh, is it? After
Gen 3.
Especially Gen 3, yeah. Maybe Gen 4. All right, so it is rumored that the ferocious warning markings on its belly differ from area to area. You let me know if you need another entry of the same Pokemon.
Give me like its stats.
Okay, so I'm thinking it's got to be at least like 5 feet. Probably weighs just over 100 pounds, maybe slightly less.
Warning markings
on its belly.
On its belly.
And again, I have another entry.
Yeah, that's kind of vague. There's only a few that are coming to mind that really have a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So, hold on. Read it one more time.
It is rumored that the ferocious warning markings on its belly differ from area to area.
Yeah.
So like region to region. I'm guessing that's what that means.
Fuck. What Gen 1 Pokemon has patterns on its stomach? Because I know Poliwhirl only has like the swirl, right?
Yes. And that is actually its organs.
Yeah. So I can only, kind of look the same. Fuck. The only other one that I could think of that has markings on its stomach are like Magmar, but that differs from area to area. Magmar is found usually in like a volcano.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me the other dex entry.
So I think this one definitely has more of a hint in it. This Pokemon has a terrifically strong constricting power. It can even flatten steel oil drums once it wraps its body around its foe. Escaping is impossible.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's Arbok.
It's Arbok.
Nice. Yeah, constricting immediately got me.
Well, I put that one as the second one because I felt like that one was like too obvious because of the constricting. That's like a huge hint.
That's interesting.
But yes,
the pattern.
I didn't like fact check that to see if it is like different.
Well, I know that some Pokemon do, like Spinda, for instance, like it's always got like a different pattern on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know that Arbok also did that. I don't know if it does it in the games, but I guess through the lore it does.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Arbok.
All right, 1 for 1.
And as afraid I am of snakes, I actually really like Arbok.
Arbok's dope.
He's cool.
Yeah. They haven't had a good snake Pokemon since.
I do kind of like Seviper.
Seviper's cool, but he's not as like badass as like Arbok.
No, definitely not.
Like
Definitely
Sandaconda, not as badass.
Not as, but even Sandaconda.
I like all of them. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, there's not. I'm trying to think.
Orthworm.
Hey, now. I really like Orthworm.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, let me. So Gen 2, I'll start Gen 2.
Okay.
So our favorite Gen.
Yep.
I feel like this one is a little more obscure.
I should have studied the Pokedex.
I know. I was thinking about it, but I was like, you know what? That's
yeah. Let's see how much I can do off the top.
That's not fun. It makes a nest to suit its long and skinny body. The nest is impossible for another Pokemon to enter.
Ooh. Dunsparce.
No.
Oh.
Again, I do have another entry. You just let me know.
Okay, describe its attributes.
Okay, so I'm thinking 3 to 4 feet long.
Okay.
Definitely under 100 pounds. Maybe 40 to 50. Maybe 40 to 60.
So it's a long Pokemon, and it nests in a hole, is what the description says, right?
Yeah, it makes a nest to suit its long and skinny body. The nest is impossible for another Pokemon to enter.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of like what would like be sticking its head out of like a hole. Bleep. First thought's Diglett or Dugtrio, but obviously they're Gen 1. Damn. And now I'm blanking on like Gen 2. What the fuck is in Gen 2?
Yeah. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I'm going to do the same. Again, Gen 1 was easy. It's easy to visualize like every like Gen 1 Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's literally so easy since we've known them for.
And even though we love Gen 2, it's still hard to visualize.
Yeah.
Because Gen 1's everywhere. Like everyone
literally
loves Gen 1, you know.
For some reason I'm thinking it's like a bug type. Damn, we should have put the types. That might have narrowed it down a little bit.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
I think that would make it too easy though in some cases.
I can try. I want to say this is you want me to tell you the type? I'm not 1,000% sure, but gun to my head, I want to say I know the type.
Okay.
Or I can give you the second entry.
I'll take the second entry over that.
All right. There is no telling. Not that this really helps.
Fuck.
All right. There is no telling where this Pokemon's tail begins. Actually, that may help. There is no telling where this Pokemon's tail begins. Despite its short legs, it's quick at hunting Rattata.
Whoa.
Good job.
See, how big did you? 4 foot long? 4 to 5 foot long?
Like I said, 3 to 4, but Pokemon size can vary in game and stuff in the cartoon. So I could say maybe 5. I don't see it being larger than 5 foot. I could be wrong, but average, I would say like 3 to 5.
Noctowl?
No, long and skinny body.
Long and skinny. What the fuck can that be? I'm totally blanking on like something
I feel
of that
like
shape.
you may be a bit mad at yourself when I do tell you what it is.
Oh, hold on. Is this a Typhlosion or something?
No, I mean, not like that type of mad. Not like, dude, this is one of your favorite Pokemon.
It's not coming to my mind.
I want to say it's a normal type Pokemon.
Normal type. So if it's long and skinny. Oh, it's a Furret.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking of Sentret, but then I didn't even think of its evolution.
Yeah, it's Furret.
Damn. Okay. Nice. Okay,
Nice,
I got
nice.
it. I was panicking. I was like, fuck, I'm not going to get a Gen 2.
Don't say that. Then I'm going to panic when I don't get it.
All right. This Pokemon conveys its feelings using different cries. It works in a pack to cleverly take down prey. It's about 2 foot tall and 23 pounds.
All right, one more time.
This Pokemon conveys its feelings using different cries. It works in a pack to cleverly take down prey.
You're going to have to go ahead and give me that second entry.
All right. This one actually might help.
Okay.
Around dawn, its ominous howl echoes through the area to announce that this is its territory.
Houndour.
You got it.
Nice.
You got it. Not bad.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Gen 2.
Yeah, the howl, I think, is what.
Oh, yeah. No, that's
it?
definitely. Yeah, because like you said, it's kind of hard to I'm trying to picture almost like a poster of all Gen 2. I'm like, where, no, not him. But yeah, the howl. That definitely helps. Awesome. So.
Damn, Furrets be hunting Rattata?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That is their foe. Just fucking feasting on them. Intestines, blood.
Oh, God.
All right, well, we're both 2 for 2. Cool. This is probably where it gets a little harder. So, yeah, you go next, but I am pretty stoked on this next one because, we'll talk about it when we get there.
All right. It charges prey at speeds over 60 miles an hour. However, because it only runs straight, it often fails. It's about 1 foot 8 inches, 71 pounds.
1 foot 8 inches, 71 pounds.
Now, I will say the weight of this Pokemon seems very heavy.
Okay, hold on. What was the weight again?
71 pounds.
71 pounds. Okay. And one more time?
It charges prey at speeds over 60 miles an hour.
Okay.
However, it only runs straight. Because it only runs straight, it often fails.
With it only running straight, does that reflect its design?
Kind of.
Anyway.
Kind of.
Okay. What's the second entry? I have something in mind, but
yeah.
I'm is that Gen 3? I don't know.
Its fur is strong and supple. Shaving brushes made with its shed hairs are highly prized. So I guess like a bristle brush.
So the Pokemon that first came to mind was Electrike.
Okay.
But I'm guessing that's not it.
No.
All right. So read the second one again.
Its fur is strong and supple. Shaving brushes made with its shed hairs are highly prized. Let's see what you can come up with.
Dude, I really got nothing. Like, nothing comes to mind.
You want the type?
Shinx.
No.
Yeah, what's the type?
Normal.
Yeah, see, that doesn't really... It doesn't help narrow it down for me. It only runs...
I can give you another hint.
Sure.
I'll say it's on the first half of the Pokédex.
Doesn't help me, at least.
Well, the Pokédex usually has like an order of like encounter rate in the games. Because like usually the stuff on the end of the Pokédex is stuff you're going to be running into late game.
Stuff,
And like say like Rattatas in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like the early wild Pokemon.
Yeah.
The early routes.
Never actually thought about that until now, but that is kind of how the dex is set up.
All right, let's go back to being a kid. Just got Emerald.
You see the little cutscene riding the bike. Latios flying over you.
Was that a jet plane?
You got Rayquaza on the front screen.
Yeah.
Normal, runs in a straight line. First half of the Pokédex. Strong fur. Okay, I'll give you one more hint. It's the second evolution. Sorry, like the first evolution. It's got...
Lanoon.
Yep.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Nice. Heck yeah.
Nice cock.
Nice cock. Lanoon. Yeah. Okay.
See, that's because I didn't think you would head in that direction. So when
really
you said
wasn't.
Furret, I was like, oh, fuck. Because I was thinking of Lanoon when you were saying that. I was like, oh, man, it can't be Lanoon. That's Gen 3.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
I don't know if I can... I don't think I have as many hints if you're having a hard time with this.
Okay.
But I feel like this isn't too hard. All right, so... Its magnetic nose consistently faces north. Travelers check this Pokemon to get their bearings.
To get their bearings?
Mm-hmm. Because they know that this Pokemon can only face north. So if they find this Pokemon, then they're like...
Oh, is it Nose Pass?
It's Nose Pass.
Nice. I was thinking like Plusle or Minun for a second, but I was like, But I don't know about their nose.
I chose this Pokemon because I was watching a video, and it was...
That's interesting.
It was talking about that, and it showed in the games that they actually do always face the same
crazy.
way. And I was like, whoa, that's going to be the Pokemon I choose for whatever gen it was, because I couldn't remember at the time. And the second entry I had was, if two of these Pokemon meet, they cannot get too close because their noses repel each other.
Oh.
So, just thought that was pretty cool.
That is interesting.
But yeah, the nose was definitely like a...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a big giveaway.
Especially with it in the name.
It literally is a fucking nose.
Yeah. Nose pass. All right. Well, with enough hints for me, we're 3 for 3.
Nice.
So this is definitely when it probably gets...
yeah.
Definitely, probably. But it definitely gets harder here.
All right.
So I go, right? Gen 4. I feel like this isn't... I don't think this is too bad.
Okay.
It can generate and release gas within its body. That's how it can control the altitude of its drift.
Ooh. Okay. Driftbloom.
It is Driftbloom.
I didn't think it was Drifloon because that one's just... It's not like a hot air balloon. It's just like a regular balloon.
Well, that entry is dark. That entry talks about
that's true.
Kids and
yeah.
shit. The other one I had...
The pedophile Pokemon.
Pretty much. Just absorbs their soul. Children. They carry people and Pokemon, but the wind can catch them, so there can't be a fixed destination. But yeah. Was it the drift that kind of like...
I don't think so.
No?
You said gas, and then what was it? Read it one more time.
It can generate and release gas within its body. That's how it can control the altitude of its drift.
Altitude. That's how I was like, okay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And then the gas, I was like...
Driftbloom.
Like sucking in. So I was like, okay. This has to be Drifblim versus Drifloon.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. I think this one will be pretty easy for you.
We'll see.
All right. It freezes foes with the icy breath, nearly negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit. What seems to be its body is actually hollow.
What seems to be its body is actually hollow.
It's about 4'3", 58 pounds.
Wouldn't it be that then? Read it one more time.
It freezes foes with an icy breath, nearly negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit. What seems to be its body is actually hollow.
Snow runt.
No.
Glalie.
No.
That's where my mind went, but I was like, there's no way Glalie
Glalie
is
Gen
that
3.
light. Oh,
Actually,
is it?
Snowrunt's Gen 3 too.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that doesn't mean anything. I was going to say they're like evolution, but that doesn't mean anything. Sometimes you have a basic and then the evolution will come another time.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
All right, so guessing a nice Pokemon.
Yeah.
What's the other entry?
All right, this one might... I'll let you decide. Legends in snowy regions say that a woman who was lost on an icy mountain was reborn as this Pokemon. Legends in a snowy region say that a woman who was lost on an icy mountain was reborn as this Pokemon.
Then that's just having me think Frostlass.
There it is.
Oh, are you sure that's Gen 3 then?
Gen 4. We're in Gen 4.
Well, I meant with...
Glalie is Gen 3. Frostlass came Gen 4.
Oh, Gen 4.
So,
oh, I see now.
So you got yourself. You played yourself, homeboy.
They got the... that, like, path evolution, the next gen. Okay.
Yeah, same with, like, Magmortar and Electivire. They came Gen 4.
Yeah. That's true. All right. Yeah, no, that definitely helped. There's not many feminine, like, ice-type Pokemon. And I like Frostlass. Hell yeah.
All right.
So enough hints. We're 4 for 4.
4 for 4.
Hell
Damn,
yeah.
got that Wendy's combo. All right, so now we're on to Gen 5. You ready?
Gen 5. Is it me or you? No, it's you. It's you.
Okay. Discarding its shell made it nimble. To keep itself from dehydrating, it wraps its body in bands of membrane.
It wraps its body in bands of membrane. Gen 5. So this is definitely a hard one for me.
Yeah, this is
Gen
hard.
Gen 5, like, didn't even, like, touch this game.
So
I at least, like, touched the other ones. So 2
foot 7 inches, 55 pounds. Again, that sounds pretty heavy, but I don't know how accurate that could be.
Okay. So it wraps its body in membrane?
Yeah. In bands of membrane.
Bands of membrane.
Discarding its shell made it nimble.
So it has a shell. Discarding its shell made it nimble. Give me the other entry. Ugh.
It moves with a blinding speed and lobs poison at foes. Featuring this Pokemon as a main character is a surefire way to make a movie or comic popular. That's literally in the Dex entry. Although it says the name and not Pokemon.
But it mentions poison?
Yep. It moves with blinding speed and lobs poison at foes. Discards its shell to make it nimble. And keeps itself from dehydrating. It wraps its body in bands of membrane.
Yeah, that's the part where I'm like, what? Because I can't, like, visualize that. All right. Whirlipede.
Nah. That's not it. I'll give you a hint. It's poison type.
Isn't that a poison type Pokemon?
Whirlipede is a...
Venipede.
No.
Is it the other evolution?
Mm-hmm.
The other?
Nope.
Yeah, no, nothing with a shell and poison type
I can give you a hint.
is coming to mind.
I can give you a hint here.
Okay.
I believe this has a branching path. So this Pokemon with these Dex entries, this is a evolution. But the other evolution is a branching path. So what this could have been could be another Pokemon. Could have been another Pokemon. I don't know if that helps, but
At this moment, no. You know what? Just so there's not like a lot of silence, I'm just gonna have to throw the towel in. Nothing's coming to mind here.
all right. So let's put it together.
Okay. So shell,
Discarding its shell
discarding its shell,
makes
so
it nimble, so it's
Nimble.
fast. Fast and kind of weak. To keep itself from dehydrating, it wraps its body in bands. So like a band of
so
something.
it has like a band design on it, maybe.
Bands of membrane. It
Uh-huh.
moves at a blinding speed and lobs poison.
Krogunk.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Close. Excelgor.
Oh.
You see it now? The wraps?
No, I can't. I know the Pokemon, but I can't picture the wraps. Does
Here.
that evolve into Escavalier?
That's the branching path.
Oh. I didn't even know that was a branch. Oh. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess I never really got a good look at this Pokemon. I didn't realize it was like wraps.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was very obscure when I would have never got that one. What a weird,
It is a weird Pokemon.
weird Pokemon. Very weird. So what evolves into that?
Let's see. I can't remember. I think it starts with shell of some type. Yeah, Shelmet.
Oh.
Helmet
okay.
shell.
Yes. Okay.
And actually, I might be wrong. I don't know how to spell that.
Escavalier.
That is Shelmet, right? Oh, Carablast. Okay. I was wrong. Sorry.
What?
Carablast evolves into this.
Oh, wow, that's interesting because that just would make sense. Because like Shelmet, it kind of has that look of like
Yeah, that's...
a snail or something, and then Escavalier like escargot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, never put that together.
Interesting.
Well, see, I don't know Gen 5.
I mean, I obviously don't either. All right, so we'll see if you know Gen 5.
Yeah.
I feel like this one's not too bad. It is said that these Pokemon were ordered to protect people and Pokemon by the ancient people who made them. This is a pretty big Pokemon. I'm thinking like 6-7 foot. So it's got some weight to it. Hundreds of pounds.
Stone Joiner.
No.
Oh. I was thinking like a big ass fucking...
Is Stone Joiner?
Stone
Gen
Joiner is
5?
like Sword and Shield.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty
I think you're
sure.
right. Yeah.
So this Pokemon is protected by people.
It is said that these Pokemon were ordered to protect people and Pokemon by the ancient people who made them.
Gen 5. And they're big.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
The next entry may give you a hint.
Okay, I'll take it.
It flies across the sky at Mach speeds. Removing the seal in its chest makes its internal energy go out of control.
Seal on its chest?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
It's weird to think of this Pokemon flying. But in some like card arts, I have seen this Pokemon like in the air. But just based off its appearance, you wouldn't be like, oh, that bitch can fly.
So it's like 6 or 7 foot.
It's
heavy.
big. I mean, I'm going to say 5 to 7. It just, I feel like it's a big Pokemon. Honestly, it may even be bigger.
Is it taller than Charizard, you think?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because Charizard's like my height, right?
5'7" is
Yeah.
what he is
Yeah.
listed as.
I would say, definitely.
Okay.
It's-
And it's heavy, just coupled with its height. And
yes.
it's flying.
You see this Pokemon, you're like, all right, that thing is hundreds of pounds.
Fuck. See, this is where I'm like, my dex is just empty. Because I can't think of any of the Gen 5 Pokemon.
Same.
Okay.
Excelgor, but it never got it.
What is the type?
I think it's a dual type.
Dual type?
And And this is either going to help a lot or not help at all. I want to say ghost, but it could be psychic. But I'm thinking it's a ghost type. But it could be psychic. I don't think it's both. It may be both. But I'm thinking it's either or. I'm thinking it's ghost.
Oh.
It really could be both.
I know what it is. Is it Golurk?
It's Golurk.
Nice. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah, I've seen Golurk flying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely weird. Honestly, I had the thought when you said people made.
It's a man-made, yeah.
Pokemon. So that's when it popped into my head, but I wasn't like sold on that answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hell yeah, I'll take that.
Hell yeah.
I would say that's on the easy end of Gen 5, though.
Oh, yeah, I was...
In terms of our knowledge.
Yeah, I was trying to... I don't think any of these are... There may be a hard one coming up.
I'm here for it.
All right, so this one is interesting. Because there's different, like, I didn't know this, but there's different... So Gen 6.
Yeah.
So XY. My knowledge here is also pretty limited. So there's different, like, size variants to this Pokemon. And depending on the size, there's different entries.
Oh, interesting.
So, and it's like, it's pretty dark. This is one of those that is like oddly dark. So, supersized versions of this Pokemon aren't picky. They will forcefully drag anyone off to the afterlife.
What?
Yeah. I think I just need to go ahead and give you the other entry.
Yeah.
So this one didn't mention any size. In the entry, at least. So, in the darkness of a new moon night, this Pokemon will come knocking. Whoever answers the door will be swept off to the afterlife.
Jesus fuck, dude. What is this?
I feel like you wouldn't necessarily think this. Like, this entry would belong to this Pokemon.
Really?
With the type, yes, but, like, just appearance.
Okay.
Because this sounds like, oh, man, this is fucking Darkrai. You know, but it's not.
What?
Again, there's different sizes.
Oh, right.
But
see, that part's throwing me off.
I didn't see like if it had the sizes with the different like actual sizes with the different like variant sizes. But I would say 4-ish. Like a normal one would probably be like 4 foot.
Okay.
3 to 4 foot. Yeah. Something like that.
Ghost type, I'm assuming.
It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be. Okay. And I would say under 100 pounds, maybe slightly over. So not like fucking Golurk, you know.
Yeah.
Where like obviously hundreds.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
I would probably say this is the most obscure one I've chosen so far.
Does this Pokemon float?
I think so.
Trying to think. So we're in Gen 6, right?
We're in Gen 6.
Okay.
XY.
Damn. I can't think of a single fucking Gen 6 ghost.
I probably wouldn't be able to either.
What could it be? Because I know Misdreavus, that's Gen 4, I'm pretty sure. Sableye is Gen 3. The fucking the size thing, that's getting me.
Yeah, I didn't know this about this Pokemon until looking at the entries. I was thinking if you like, did you play XY?
I've never finished it. I've played it though.
Because I was thinking if anything was going to give you a hint, it would be that there's different sizes. Because that's pretty unique.
Yeah.
Especially to the entry, with this being like a normal thing, not just like, hey, I caught a small one of these and a big one of these.
Yeah.
Like in the modern games, but there's like actual.
Well, read the first one.
So supersized versions of this Pokemon aren't picky. They will forcefully drag anyone off to the afterlife.
Oh.
So other than the size, there's not really any hints in these entries.
I'm going to throw it in.
Throw it in. So, Gorgeist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do know that those have different, because Pogo introduced them not too long ago, and they're a lot of different sizes.
There's different sizes.
Because I guess they're like a gourd and pumpkins.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean,
that makes sense.
That part of it makes sense, but
I definitely would not have thought.
You wouldn't have thought that because this Pokemon looks happy.
Yeah.
But I think that was one of the entries. Is like it will do this happily. It will be laughing doing this the whole time.
Jesus, that's dark.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get a
gourd.
gourd.
If we in the games or anime for the future, if anyone's throwing out that Gorgeist, just know they are a dark person.
Damn. I mean, it makes sense because we take fucking pumpkins and we just carve them out, and rip their guts out.
Yeah. So a little bit of revenge.
Yeah. Get the Voltorb effect. I've had enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what we got for you.
Oh, shoot. Am I allowed to look at the...
Yeah, you could look at it.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize you had it up here.
Underneath its slimy skin is a thick layer of fat, and the combination of the two makes enemies' attacks slide right off.
So underneath its slimy skin is a thick layer of fat, and the combination of the two make enemies' attacks slide right off. Is that this gen? Goodra.
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. 'Cause I was going to go Goodra, then I was going to go, was it Goomy?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one. If it wasn't Goodra, I was just going to guess the other line. Okay, well, definitely, I feel like you went easy on me there.
Yeah, well.
With the slimy skin. Like, even if I didn't know it was Gen 6, just slimy skin, Goodra just kind of comes straight to mind.
You'd be like that, Muck, Grimer. Like, which one could this be?
Yeah.
But sometimes it misunderstands instructions and appears dazed or bewildered. Many trainers don't mind finding this behavior to be adorable. 6'7", 331 pounds.
Damn. Well, I know it's big, but
yeah.
I don't think I would have guessed 6 foot.
Because I think the one in like Arceus, the fucking the alpha, that one's pretty fucking massive.
Oh, it's massive. Yeah, it's like 10 foot.
Yeah.
Goodra's was that the pseudo? One of the pseudos?
I think that was the Gen 6 pseudo, yeah.
Okay. All right. Gen 7. So Sun and Moon.
Yep.
I think I'm getting back on track now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still no expert, but I know 7 over like 5 and 6 for sure.
Yeah, same. All right. It clatters its tail scales to unnerve opponents. This Pokemon will battle only those who stand steadfast in the way of this display.
All right, so it clatters one more time?
It clatters its tail scales to unnerve opponents. This Pokemon will battle only those who stand steadfast in the face of this display.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and
read the other one because I have something comes to mind with the scales. But go ahead.
It battles valiantly with its fists,
Ooh.
which are armored in steel scales. This Pokemon specializes in uppercuts. It stands 5 foot 3 inches and 172 pounds.
Shit, maybe I don't know.
Coming in first in the red corner.
Because what came to mind with the scales was its tail scales to unnerve opponents. But I don't know if this Pokemon. I don't know if this Pokemon could throw an uppercut or not. Come-o-oh. It is?
It is.
Yeah, that's what came to mind, but I just couldn't imagine it like throwing an uppercut. Hell yeah.
The
Isn't that
shittiest
also a
pseudo-legendary.
Yeah, I was going to say, 2 pseudos.
The worst one.
All right, so there's definitely a big hint here. But this is a very interesting entry. Again, big hint right out the gate. One of the Ultra Beasts.
Okay.
It's unclear whether or not this Pokemon is sentient, but sometimes it can be observed behaving like a young girl.
What the fuck?
So you have a limited number here.
Nihilego.
That's actually it. Yeah.
That's the only one that I can see like dancing because it's kind of got like a dress with.
Well, I used this one because I thought you'd maybe be stumped on some of the Ultra Beasts.
That's actually one I know better than most of them. Like I cannot name all of them.
All right, so we have
Nihilego.
Nihilego.
You got Xurkitree.
Xurkitree.
You got
Guzzlord,
Stakataka.
Stakataka.
Guzzlord, yeah.
Buzzwole.
Buzzwole. How can you forget him?
Celesteela.
Celesteela. What the fuck's the G? The real big dragon.
Guzzlord? We said that
Oh,
one.
you said Guzzlord. Okay.
Pheromosa?
Pheromosa. And then what's the paper airplane or the origami?
Kartana. Do we know how many there are?
I don't even know how many
I
there
think
are.
that's 8. I feel like we're forgetting something. Oh, Naganadel.
Naganadel, yeah.
Naganadel. Yeah. I want to say there's 9.
Probably.
Yeah, gun to my head, that's what I would guess. All right, so the other entry was, it appeared in this world from an ultra wormhole. This Pokemon appears to be a parasite that lives by feeding on people in Pokemon.
Damn.
So that probably would have definitely given it away as well. Well, at least you would have been able to know which one it is with it being a parasite, since it kind of has that look to it.
Did they ever make a movie with the Ultra Beasts?
I think there's... Yeah, I think there's an Ultra Beast movie.
I need to check that out. That'd be cool to see them in like animation.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Gen 8, so Sword and Shield. This is another really interesting one. I feel like we definitely know Sword and Shield more than like Sun and Moon. Definitely more than like Black and White, XY.
Yeah.
All right, so beware of forests that show no signs of living creatures within. You may have just wandered into this Pokemon's territory. I know that's pretty obscure. That doesn't really give you too much. You just want me to read you the other one?
Yeah.
There's a hint here.
I think, hold on, before that, I'm going to say Rillaboom.
No.
Okay.
That's
I was thinking like trees.
With the forest, yeah. If you are too loud around it, you risk being torn apart by its claws on its tentacle.
The fuck?
This Pokemon is also known as the Forest Witch.
What the fuck? The claws on its tentacle?
Yeah.
Tentacle?
Maybe a little confusing like terminology there, but if you're not able to guess it, it'll make more sense.
No, that can't be it. I was going to say like Tangrowth or something, because I could see like that. But no, that's Gen 4.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, wait, I'd be really shocked.
So, beware of the forest, tentacle claws.
Don't be loud around it. This is actually known, I mean, based off the appearance, I wouldn't have guessed, but I think, you know how like a Pokemon has like a type?
Mm-hmm.
Like not like the like element type, but it's the silent Pokemon. So I think that's like, if you know that, that's kind of a big hint. So I guess this Pokemon is known just for being very quiet, calm.
Interesting. What the hell could that be?
But again, knowing it's a silent Pokemon, you would not guess that based off its aesthetic. I would say 4 or 5 foot. Floats.
Oh.
So it's probably really light. So for being like 4 to 5 foot, and it floating, it's probably light, but you would think it weighs, I would say under 100 pounds. Probably 50, 60.
And it lives in a forest. What in the fuck is this Pokemon?
I want to say it's either ghost or psychic. I'm thinking ghost.
This one is stumping me pretty hardcore.
So your takeaways would definitely be Forest Witch. Witch.
Oh. Hatterene?
It is Hatterene. She has that tentacle with the
I didn't even
little...
think about her in a forest.
I mean,
that makes sense because they have the fairy forest. Okay. Now I see. I gotcha. Yeah.
So yeah, Hatterene.
Damn.
Attaboy.
I'm surprised I came up with that.
Hey,
Yeah, which helped. Which helped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely like...
But I did not know that
feminine.
That was a silent Pokemon. That's interesting.
Yeah. That's what it said anyways. Bulbapedia.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So aggressive. I'm ready.
I got something to prove.
Searching for an opponent to test its skills against and emerges onto land. Once the battle is over, it returns to the sea.
Searching. Go up a little bit.
Up?
Well, just so I can... Okay, never mind. I can see it. Searching for an opponent to test its skills against and emerges onto land. All right, read me the other entry.
A body made up of nothing but muscle makes the grappling moves this Pokemon performs with its appendages tremendously powerful.
Appendages.
Stands 5'3", 86 pounds.
Oh, only 86 pounds.
All muscle.
I know. That's what I'm trying to think of.
I wouldn't think about that too much.
Yeah.
I don't think that part matters really.
But, I mean, it lives... It returns to the sea.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big hint there.
Yeah.
For sure.
So it emerges onto land,
Yeah.
returns to the sea. So it's a water Pokemon of some type.
Mm-hmm.
And then body made up of muscle makes the grappling moves this Pokemon performs with its appendages, meaning like its arms, making it tremendously powerful.
Damn. No, nothing's coming to mind at all.
Right, I'll give you a hint. I believe this is a dual type.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is fighting. If you couldn't guess.
I kind of pieced that one together.
Okay, I'll give you a big hint, and you're probably going to guess it straight away.
All right.
I mean, it's a small hint, but you'll probably get it.
Okay.
Kansas hates this Pokemon.
Oh. Damn, my mind was not even there. Damn. Why was my mind not there? I'm upset. Graplocked.
Yeah. So
Damn, that's cool.
I changed appendages. It was tentacles. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I felt like I had to, or else that would have been way easy.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fair. Oh, okay. Okay. Damn,
Yeah,
I was trying to
he just comes
think
out looking
of-
for a fucking fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. Hell yeah. All right. So lastly, Gen 9.
Okay.
Maybe a little difficult. Maybe not, because this is
Maybe
the
not.
most fresh.
Yeah.
You know?
But I feel like I'm a little foggy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Same here.
Okay. Am I starting this?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah,
I think
I think so. Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so.
Either way.
This Pokemon uses its hard tail to make its nest by boring holes into bedrock deep underground. The nest can reach lengths of over 6 miles. So, pretty vague. You want me to read the other one?
Something comes to mind, but yes.
It drives enemies out of its nest by sucking in enough air to fill its long, narrow lungs, then releasing the air in an intense blast. This Pokemon is 11 foot 10 inches and 95 pounds.
It's got to be Orthworm.
That is Gen 9. No, it's not.
No?
Orthworm would be really heavy because it's metal.
Well, I was thinking it was heavy, but I'm thinking like a long Pokemon?
That was not a bad guess. I'll say
In
that.
like boring holes, you know?
That's the biggest hint here.
This Pokemon uses its hard tail to make its nest by boring holes to the bedrock deep underground. Damn, I'm a little upset at myself. Nothing's coming to mind.
Just think of boring holes. So what bores a hole? Like, how do you make a hole in real life?
Oh, like digging,
How would you make a hole in a wall?
punching,
With like a tool.
like a hammer.
Like the actual way.
Oh, like a nail,
Sure.
screw.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the answer you're looking for?
Mm-hmm.
Screw.
What's like a screw? What do you use on a screw?
Screwdriver.
Or?
A drill.
Mm-hmm. That's how you bore a hole.
Mm-hmm. So you drill.
Just imagine a giant drill.
Okay.
Okay. And now put that on something that's 11 foot.
Oh my God.
I'll give you a hint. It's normal type.
Why is a Pokemon? I feel like I should definitely know this.
Yeah.
Like, that's very unique, you know? Drill
How about...
on a Pokemon.
I have a hint, but I might give it away.
I'm picturing the map. Where am I going to find this Pokemon at? Do you happen to know that?
Not exactly. Actually, yeah. I do, but that
Or
would,
like the type of area?
that would definitely give it away, though.
I'd definitely give it away.
I'll tell you the color of this Pokemon. How
All
about
right.
that? The shiny is pink. I feel like the actual color would give it away.
The shiny is pink.
Mm-hmm.
Jumpluff. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
All right, I'll give you the actual color, and then you got to throw it in.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, no, if I don't know after that, I'm definitely going to throw it
All
in.
right. So you have a Pokemon with a drill of some sort on 11 foot, 10 inches long body, 95 pounds, so kind of light.
Yes. So long but light.
And this Pokemon is yellow.
This Pokemon is yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And
I got it. I know. I definitely. This has to be it. Dunsparce.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my mind was not, because I was just trying to think of new Pokemon.
I know.
You know,
I know.
not like a new evolution. So I was just stuck. Damn. Yeah. That doesn't even count. I will say, I'm very impressed if you get this one. I think you may know which Pokemon I'm talking about, like picture it. But if you know the name.
Oh my God.
I'm
Don't
impressed.
pick one of the fucking legendaries.
No.
Oh, okay. Mine Chow. I don't know.
Mochan.
Yeah.
The color of the poisonous saliva depends on what the Pokemon eats. This Pokemon covers its fingers in saliva and draws patterns on trees.
I literally thought you were talking about this earlier. When you're talking about the house or the silent forest. Hatterene, I thought that's what you were talking about.
This
that Pokemon?
Pokemon?
Yeah, but I knew that was Gen 9.
Yeah. Well, this one's, definitely new.
I definitely forget the name, but I can see it's like a lemur type of.
It's like
like
actually based off lemur. Yeah.
Really? Yeah, It's got like the big ass eyes.
Yeah.
Kind of like a purple coat. Maybe black.
The last part of the
remember.
name is, I think, literally a type of lemur.
Like a ringtail?
No.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, I'm never going to guess the name, I don't think.
So it's a really good name. It's like a play on words.
Do you remember the first evolution? Or sorry, the first, the pre-evolution to it?
I can picture it.
I can see it because it's just like a little blob and it has a big ass eye and the tooth.
Yes. Yeah, it's got that like little tooth.
Yeah.
So picture, this Pokemon uses saliva to paint pictures on trees. So in the real world, what is he kind of doing? Like
painting? Art?
What is that like art called?
Tagging?
Like on trains and stuff.
Oh.
See it all the time.
Graffiti eye? Graffiti? It's graffitimer? Graffiter? Graffitimer?
It's
graffiti ale?
So the type of lemur,
graffiti, I don't know,
because I did scroll down and see how they chose this name, because it gives you that information. And I think this type of lemur or similar type of animal is called an eye. So it's Graphii.
Graphii, that's
Graphii.
Damn.
But yeah.
I knew it. I just couldn't think of the name.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I knew it immediately when you're like saliva, like.
Because that was one of that may have been the first like other than the starters, that was like one of the first Pokemon introduced.
Yeah.
Like before the game came out.
Yeah, they were showing like the trailers.
The videos.
That
like
had
the
like
found
the own
footage.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the found footage.
Like they did with Ponyta for Sword and Shield.
But yeah, no. I think we did pretty good.
I think we missed like 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, I think I may have missed 2.
That's pretty fucking good for a Dex entry.
Honestly, I'm impressed.
For a Dex entry? Hell
Yeah.
yeah. I thought we were going to miss all these.
Like, I guess you can maybe say I was pulling my punches a little bit, but still.
I mean, we gave hints, but nothing like, it's this Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, I would think maybe the Dunsparce, like...
Okay, that one
you
was
pretty
like,
much force-fed me that one,
Yeah.
you know? But still, like, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So now we're moving on with some lore. So, where did we leave off last time?
So quick recap. We started talking about the Professor Laventon, went over the story a little bit. We talked about characters like Kamado, Silene, the noble Pokemon, the rideable ones, the frenzied ones. So we have Weirdeer, Basculegion, Ursaluna, Sneasler, Braviary, Cleavor, Lilligant, Arcanine, and Electrode and Avalugg. We talked about the factions, the Diamond and Pearl clan, Adaman, Irida, the leaders of both.
Mm-hmm.
We went over the Wardens, talked about Mai, Arezu, Iskin, Meli, and Sabi, being of the Diamond clan, and Leon, Caliba, Polina, Ingo, and Garrick, being of the Pearl clan. And story-wise, we kind of left off on...
we're right at the
We were
rift.
talking about, space rifts and how they've been occurring, and due to these, some noble Pokemons and how they become angry and frenzied. So, yeah we went over, the noble Pokemon, the frenzied ones. I don't think we really talked about alpha Pokemon, but later on we'll go more into that and answer some questions that we may have missed or answered incorrectly with part 1.
So Chris has some pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read through and tell you guys what exactly happens at the end of the game, essentially. So, after you defeat 5 noble Pokemon, the space-time rift begins to worsen rather than calm down as per the Galaxy team's expectations, and the sky turns an ominous red color. Blamed for the instability, you, who came through the same rift, is banished from Jubilife Village by Commander Kamado, leader of the Galaxy team, and forced to travel the region again to address the cause of the rift. Working with either the Diamond or Pearl clans, and under the care of the folklore researcher called Kogita, you travel to the 3 lakes of the region to encounter the legendary Pokemon, well, technically mythical, I guess, Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie, the 3 beings that embody willpower, emotion, and knowledge, respectively. Once you pass their trials, the 3 provide materials to craft the red chain needed to stop the rift. After feeding Commander Kamado at the summit, you reach the peak of Mount Coronet, the Temple of Sinnoh, at the center of the region. Depending on the clan you worked with, either Dialga from the Diamond clan or Palkia, the Pearl clan, appears first. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Appears first, breaks the chain, and is caught by you before their enraged counterpart emerges. Using the fragments of the red chain, a special Pokeball called the Origin Ball, capable of capturing the other legendary Pokemon, is crafted. It has a 100% success rate. Sex rate? 100% sex rate.
Yeah.
Need to get my hands on this fucking ball. Just like the modern day Master Ball. You battle the legendary Pokemon in its origin form and capture it, sealing the space-time rift. So, that's technically the end of the game. And then you go into some post-game, which is where in my opinion, the real fun shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
So in the post-game, you team up with Volo, a member of the Ginkgo Guild merchant group, who has assisted you throughout the game, to seek out all the plates associated with Arceus. Through this journey, you encounter a number of other legendary Pokemon, each one holding a plate. So that's like, what's the Cresselia, Heatran, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't list them here. I should have.
Regigigas,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they all give you a plate. Arriving at the Temple of Sinnoh for the last plate, Volo betrays you and attempts to steal the plates to draw out Arceus and subjugate it to and make a new world. Volo also reveals he allied himself with Giratina to open the space-time rift in a failed attempt to drive out Arceus, sending the legendary caught at the end of the game mad. After defeating Volo's team, you'll have to fight Giratina, and upon defeating it, you have to then battle its origin form. Once Volo and Giratina are defeated, Giratina will abandon Volo and leave him with you atop Mount Coronet. Volo will help to turn the Celestia flute into the upgraded Azure flute, which can be used to call Arceus. However, not long after this happens, the Arc phone will start to ring, and you will be reminded that you need to meet every Pokemon, aka fill your Pokedex. This will make several new requests and main story missions appear, prompting you to catch even more legendary Pokemon before reaching Legends Arceus' true ending. Once all the other Pokemon, excluding Shaman and Darkrai, which are only obtainable with save data from the other games, have been captured. Good thing I had some brilliant diamond save data.
I didn't have much, but I did as
Darkrai.
well.
Yeah. I think you go in the game, make a save, and then you can do it.
Yeah. Especially for Darkrai.
Yeah.
Like, fuck Shaman, but Darkrai is fucking OP.
Yeah.
Fast as fuck.
Yeah, seriously. So once all the other Pokemon have been captured, you can play the Azure Flute at the Temple of Sinnoh to encounter Arceus. A difficult battle ensues, which plays out like the previous noble Pokemon fights, but much more difficult. After you've proven yourself in battle, Arceus bestows upon you a part of itself so that it may explore the world that is created by the player's side. That it created by the player's side.
Oh.
And that's it. That's the end of the game.
That is the end of the game, and the only other thing you can really do besides, the side quests and stuff.
It's like master the Pokedex and shit.
Yeah, so there's a lot of research that you can do for each Pokemon, but when you get 10 research points for each, there's more that you can get per Pokemon, but when you get 10, it checks it as, like, complete.
Yeah.
If you get 10 research points for every single Pokemon, that's how you get the shiny charm.
Yeah.
And that was the last thing I did. So I did some shiny hunting, but I got the shiny charm. I didn't fully complete each Pokedex because that would take forever.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to see, like, certain Pokemon use this move at, like, a certain amount of times, and there's just a lot of just crazy stuff you have to do with every single Pokemon.
Yeah. True JRPG style.
Yeah.
Put in 5,000 hours.
Yeah, seriously. It would take hundreds of hours to get all of that done.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned a character, Kogita, who plays a pretty big role in the story, and we're going to get more on her. So another thing that you can do in-game to unlock more lore is use one of the rideable Pokemon, Ursaluna, to do some digging throughout this region, and you'll find verses that kind of tie in some more of the story. So we're just going to focus on
Isn't she the old lady, Kogita?
Kogita. She's looks young, but yes.
Yeah.
She's very old, as we'll find out right here. So, again, in the Arceus games, you can dig up old verses / poems that are all said to be written by one person long ago, and they tell a very cryptic story. All of them are not very important, so let's just focus on the ones that really, add to the lore.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the old verse number 12. It says, "Wintry, austere, brimming with strange power, certainly the land of Hisui bears some resemblance to Sinjo." Not Sinnoh, but Sinjo. "Here, where the ancient Sinnoh people were born, I will spend an eternity until the one with the mission appears." So I will spend an eternity until the one with the mission appears. A safe assumption is that these were all written by Kogita, who said some things throughout the game that implies that she has lived for a very long time. And when she meets you, she mentions finally being able to fulfill her duty, like the one who wrote these verses says, with what I just wrote. I will spend an eternity until the one with the mission appears. So your character is what we're thinking to be the one with the mission.
Yeah.
We're going to jump to old verse number 3. "No claws nor fangs, no strength to claim, No man could hope to hold his own to mighty Pokemon, but bolts of light rained down one day. 10 times they fell. 10 times struck true upon 10 Pokemon. Then to weak man did these 10 turn his strength to be. And all were blessed by loyal Pokemon. Were not these bolts a gift to man? Were they not your almighty grace, great Sinnoh, Paragon? Old verse 10. So remember that. That was old verse 3. This is old verse 10. 'Twas long ago he earned the name hero. He led his retinue, 10 Pokemon, against the almighty unknowable. In battle did his valiance proclaim at last the strength of humble humankind. The great unknowable approved this feat, and to its domain of no place returned. So, verse 3, the first one I read off, referenced the original chosen 10 noble Pokemon. And verse 10 references the original hero talked about and respected by both clans and most people in the Hisui region, who fought off Pokemon frenzied with anger long ago. These Pokemon being the alpha Pokemon, whom, like the noble Pokemon who were zapped by Arceus, so number 3, it talks about the 10 being zapped down to help this hero. So, again, whom like the Pokemon who were zapped by Arceus for good, the alpha Pokemon being zapped down from anger by Giratina. So that's how we have the alpha Pokemon and the noble Pokemon. And some evidence of this power that Giratina can do this can be seen on the engraving of the zap plate that reads, "The third being raged, raining down bolts of anger." So again, that's on the zap plate, and the third being Giratina, because the first 2 being Dialga and Palkia.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
So the third being raged, raining down bolts of anger. So this battle then and now with nobles and alphas reflect one another, but this go around, the nobles glowing gold serve as a test from Arceus. So these frenzied noble Pokemon, I guess a new perspective is that this is actually a test.
Yeah.
Not something that happened that Giratina did. Because if you think about the alpha Pokemon, they were zapped down by Giratina because they both have like the shiny red eyes. And Giratina has these shiny red eyes when shown in like his kind of like shadowy form.
Yeah.
And when you fight the noble Pokemon, they have like this gold like halo. They like this gold ring as you fight them. So I just thought that was really interesting.
Yeah,
and that kind of answers some questions that we had previously. Because we were like, who are these like noble Pokemon? Like, what are they? So the original 10 were chosen by Arceus to help the hero. And the descendants of those 10 are now like the noble Pokemon we know in, I guess, present day Arceus. So I thought that was cool. We kind of answered the alpha Pokemon, the noble Pokemon. So I also want to say that we may have been wrong about something from the previous episode. We were talking about Kamado and Benny, and just based off of, you know, like the Galarian armor that Kamado wears, we're like, all right, so maybe they're from the Galar region because Benny mentions they both grew up in the same hometown. So I have some information that leads me to believe that we were wrong there.
I'm here for it.
So, again, we originally said that Kamado and Benny were from Galar, but I now believe they are from Johto. So, in Diamond and Pearl, in the games, so the remakes, let's just take the remakes. So, in Diamond and Pearl, you wake up to the news of Red Gyarados in the Lake of Rage. The Lake of Rage being in the Johto region. Even though that game takes place in the Sinnoh region. But you wake up to news of that on your TV. So we know that Kamado and Benny grew up together, and Benny even mentions them seeing their hometown burn to the ground from a raging Pokemon. Like he says that as you fight him in the cave, like after you beat him or something. In one scene, in the Japanese translation, Kamado uses an accent that is associated with the Kansai region. In the real-life Kansai region, that is associated with Pokemon is the Johto region, because they do that with like the Pokemon regions and stuff. A lot of that is like real life stuff. It's just based off real life areas. So the Kansai region is based off of, the Johto region is based off the Kansai region, like in real life.
Right.
And I guess you wouldn't really know that he used that accent unless you were playing like the Japanese translation, which we didn't. And even if we did, it's not like we would have picked up on that.
Right.
So if Kamado is from the Johto region and Benny grew up with him and is a ninja, then one could assume that they grew up in Mahogany Town. Mahogany Town, which is the home of the ninja. Like that's what it's like actually called in the game. I'm guessing that's maybe where you fight Koga. Maybe. I don't know.
Koga?
Oh, is he Gen 1?
Yeah.
Oh, he's Gen 1. All right, so never mind. That's not
I mean, he's in Gen 2, but when you go back to Kanto.
So which is a home of the ninja. So again, Kamado and Benny grew up together. They watched their hometown burn to the ground by maddened Pokemon. And if we look at the map of Johto, Mahogany Town is located right below the Lake of Rage, where this red Gyarados was spotted. So these Pokemon that burned down their village to the ground could have been Gyarados, which is known to destroy villages due to their Pokedex entry in Arceus. This is their Pokedex entry in Arceus, which reads, I suspect this Pokemon to be the true identity of a dragon written of in ancient texts, which claimed that it raised an entire village with white-hot beams from its maw. So further evidence of this theory is supported in the information you find in-game that the early design of the Galaxy Hall was to have a Gyarados sit atop, but was later changed to Magikarp. So was this change made so Kamado and Benny don't have to, be reminded of these terrible memories? So there's just like a lot of evidence that shows that, hey, maybe they're actually from Johto. And they came here, to Asui, past Sinnoh, and that's how like their descendants, Professor Rowan, came to be born in Sinnoh. So I just thought that was interesting.
Very interesting, yeah.
And lastly, I watched a short limited, like 3-episode. I think in total it was like under 30 minutes. It was a short that gives more information and builds on the lore of the Hisui region. And this takes place before the Legends Arceus game. Not like too many years. I think it's like 3 years prior.
Okay.
So, again, it's called Hisui in Snow, which is a small 3-episode limited series that takes place before the events of Legends Arceus and adds to the lore of this time. The story recounts a time in Alex's life. So, it takes place, it centers around this kid named Alex. So, Alex's life as a kid when he befriends a shiny Zorua against his father's wishes. To preface this takes place during a time when people and Pokemon no longer coincided and were fearful of them, as we said in the first episode.
Is this Hisuian Zorua?
Yes, sorry. This is Hisuian Zorua. So again, this takes place during a time when people and Pokemon no longer coincided and were fearful of them, at least among the people of Hisui. So the story starts, and I go into this with pretty good detail. The story starts with Alec on a boat to Hisui to visit his father, reminiscing about a time when him and his father were out in the wild, and while exploring, Alec meets Zorua and ends up befriending it, even despite his father warning him of how dangerous they are. Ending up lost and stumbling down a hill, getting injured, the Zorua found material for him to heal himself. Making his way back to his father, Zorua ran off knowing how Alec's father felt towards him since Zoroark were also starting to appear. Zorua running off was probably an attempt to prevent any violence among the Zoroark and Alec and his father. It was a moment Alec would never forget. Fast forward to the present, the boat has reached Hisui in the Jubilife village. Visiting his father, we learn that the events of befriending Zorua was 3 years ago, and now Alec is training to be a doctor. After hearing a loud noise outside the village, Alec goes to investigate, meeting Silene and witnessing a space-time distortion in the distance, as well as an injured Rufflet flying their way. Fearful of the Pokemon, even though it's just a Rufflet, fearful of the Pokemon, they start to shut the gates of Jubilife Village. But Alex slips through and is intent on saving the injured Pokemon. The people don't understand, but realize they need to inspect these distortions for the security of the village. Gathering a team, Alec and his father venture out along with the Galaxy team to research these distortions. As one appears nearby, they proceed and come across 2 Abomasnow along with 2 injured Snovers behind. Alec approaches and tries to gain the trust in allowing him to help the Snovers. It appears that they don't trust him as they rush towards him, but actually pass him, attacking a wild alpha Garchomp that has appeared. Alec's father makes a makeshift sled to pull the Snover to the village, on, while the 2 Abomasnow battle the Garchomp, but end up being defeated. As the Garchomp approaches, the team...
Fuck no, dude, that can't...
As the Garchomp approaches the team to attack, within seconds of their death, the Garchomp is scared away by a familiar aura that looks to resemble a Hisuian Zoroark. From all the emotion and fear, Alec passes out, but awakens safely among the team and notices the same aura off in the distance. He chases after it only to find a mask that he had lost as a child that day in the forest when he met the Zorua. They then head back to the village along with more injured Pokemon that were found. Alec had helped show the entire village that it's possible for people and humans to live among each other and coincide in life, a moment that is very important for the events of the Legends Arceus and for the entirety of the rest of the Pokemon timeline, really. So some evidence that supports this is Silene in the jacket she is wearing at the time. So it's red versus the blue Survey Corps jacket we see her wear in the games. So she was originally a part of the Security Corps, which is the red jacket. That's what it signifies. And the Survey Corps probably didn't even exist then and may not have ever existed without Alec and his bravery. So on their way back to Jubilife Village, we see a scene that shows Silene carrying an injured Abra, and in the game, Abra is her partner Pokemon. So it's cool to see the origin of that friendship. What's also neat is Alec and his father are actually in the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Alec being a character you can find in the wild, and Alec's father being the gentleman who teaches you how to craft and owns a craft shop.
Huh.
So...
That's actually cool.
Yeah, I didn't do the best job of reading through that, but I was trying to summarize the entirety of that 30-minute, 3-episode kind of limited series.
Damn, so that's all that happened in 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely the big gist. Yeah, that covers majority of it.
That's pretty cool, though.
But yeah, I just thought that was kind of neat that, it's something small, but that impacted the game a lot.
Yeah.
Without the Survey Corps, you may not have even had Professor Laventon there in the first place and all those important Pokedex entries and shit. They wouldn't have learned all that they did. I mean, your character may not have even been there. No telling. But yeah, just a little piece of information that just kind of adds to the lore. But that's all I got.
Amen.
Yeah. No, I think that's definitely, that's all I got.
I don't got nothing else either. So,
I mean, I think we did a pretty good job of summing up the important stuff for sure. Because there's a lot of lore to this game.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of milk from these udders.
Yeah, seriously, from that milk tank.
Roll
that
out.
Is Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
episode 37.
That's been episode 37. I hope you guys enjoyed listening. In the future, we'll have more Pokemon lore videos. We just wanted to start at the beginning, and as far as the timeline that we know of, that's as early as we got.
Yeah.
So
but, you may be delighted to hear Kanto's next.
Kanto is next.
Red and blue and yellow. Leaf green.
Watching that
Far.
and it kind of dealing with the masks again, which you see in the Arceus game, it again kind of like makes me think of this DLC we're getting.
Yeah, the teal mask.
Yeah, the teal mask and just like the trailer they showed off and how we had
Going
mentioned,
back in time. And
I mean, maybe we really don't know, but just how it has that kind of Arceus vibe. And how there is the Hisuian Growlithe statues. So I seriously think we're going to get some more type of lore. It's going to like add on because there's a lot of question marks with the Legends Arceus story.
It's a good point. Yeah, we might actually get something.
Yeah. Like, I definitely want to know, like, Ingo. You know, like he was starting to remember his brother in the game. Like, why was he brought?
Yeah.
Was he just, like, unsuccessful in his mission? Had his memory wiped for whatever reason? Like, we don't know. There's a lot of questions unanswered. So I don't know if the DLC will give us, like, answers to, like, that question, for example, because that's in the distant past. But who knows? You know, we see time traveling a lot in games. We may have that here. I'm not thinking so, but you just never know. But I'm thinking either way, we're going to get some more like Hisui.
Yeah.
And I'm here for that.
We should write a petition for everybody that's going to buy the DLC to not buy it until Arceus gets DLC.
Oh, gosh. Well, we got that coming out in like a couple months. So.
Oh, no. Get signing.
Yeah, get signing and I guess get started working on that DLC because it doesn't seem like they have anything planned. Yeah,
unfortunately.
Either way, hopefully it's not a storyline they've given up on because there's a lot of good stuff there. But yeah, no, we'll see you next week. Don't know what we're doing. Yep. We'll figure it out.
Peace.
Bye.